Put respect on their names. For breaking invisible and physical chains, the message arrived late. 1865 finally opened the floodgates to freedom and civil rights. We waded in the water, now justice can shine as light. June 19th, it's time.
Well, Helen and I were really close friends. Just a little before we reached our teenage years. We started at Cleveland Elementary together, but it wasn't until just before we went to high school that we got to be so very, very close. We were more like sisters than we were friends.
Everyone was going to go to college. No one knew how, and the same thing held true for she and my mother as children. They had basically nothing. They talk about going to Port Huron Junior College with 2 outfits, and they just washed them and, prepared them every day so they'd be ready for college the next day. They would walk from 24th Street, 32nd Street, wherever they lived, to the location of the junior college at that point. But they were just determined that they would be successful and they would go.
There was a time when she first was out of college that she couldn't get hired in Port Huron.
They did decide that they would open up the hiring and allow a black teacher to teach in Port Huron, and they had an opening at Cleveland School, the school she, as a matter of fact, attended when she was a child in elementary school. And she came back in 1948 and became the first black teacher in the Port Huron area school district.
Helen was one of those people who didn't, when it became necessary, she'd reach in her handbag and write a check.
I knew many times when she would help out a parent who came in who was in need of maybe financial help. She was more than willing, and most of the time it was with the understanding that she probably wouldn't recoup any, financial kind of thing back, but there was a real family kind of feeling.
When I took her position at Cleveland School, I was really elated, but I was also apprehensive. I think because I knew that I had big shoes to fill. But I can remember very distinctly one of the things she said to me when I first took her position. She said, and when you're making decisions, she said, always think in terms of the needs of the children. She said, put the children first and you'll make the right decision. And so I remembered that, and I think that helped me to be successful.
Great honor today to be able to pay tribute to, I think, one of the greatest educators that the Port Huron Area School District has ever had, and that's Mrs. Helen Floyd.
I came here in 1969, my first year as a teacher, and I was new to the community, didn't know anybody, didn't know anything about anything, wet behind the ears, and all I heard from day to day was Helen Floyd, Helen Floyd, Helen Floyd. I want to know, who is this Helen Floyd? She must think she's all that. And I'm sharing with you as I shared with her. I apologize to her for going around asking the question, who does she think she is? I found out who she was. A person who behind closed doors was fighting for the rights of our kids here at Cleveland School, one who would go to bat for the community, doing everything that she felt was the right to do. Helen, again, I thank you. I'm proud of you. Again, I apologize.
So I look at Mrs. Floyd and I think about her. She was a person that got things done. And we worked together off and on for many years. Through the NAACP, through the Leonard Center. And the memorial wall was something that we got put in, got that parking lot put in. People didn't think we could do it, but we did it without any expenses to the schools district.
And we talked about things, and we decided, there's a lot of talk about what should and should not be done, what they're not doing, what we're not doing. And we just decided, shut up talking and start doing something, start planning something. And that's what we did, and the Beacon Club came into being.
From whence we came, our history runs deep. We built this legacy, remember their names. They shed blood and tears, overcame their fears and shame, so that things would be different, determined to usher in change. For the children to do better and remember from whence we came.